Hi, namaste. The divinity in me welcomes and honors the divinity in you. And today I'm super excited because I get to tell you about a product that I am endorsing 100%. And the reason why I'm endorsing LifeWave Patches is because really they have saved my life. I could actually see myself ending up in a wheelchair. I had the most incredible and chronic pain that you could ever dream of, and I was sobbing for weeks. And when I finally went to the doctor, I had an MRI, and the MRI showed that I had 3 fully degenerated discs at the base of my spine and um, arthritis on the nerve into my right hip, and that's why I could hardly move. I was so lucky that I knew a woman called Therese Santos, because Therese was a friend of mine of a few years, and she said to me, Sandra, I want you to come down to a very special one-off pain management afternoon with scientist David Schmidt. Now, San Diego is 2.5 hours away from where I live, and I just couldn't even think that I would sit in the car for that long. But Daniel put me in the car, and we went. And the moment I walked through the door, she called me over, and she had these energy patches in her hand. She gave me the sleeve, and she said, "Okay, put the white patch on the right, on the bottom of your right foot, and the left patch on the bottom of your, and the tan patch on the bottom of your left foot, and now do the same on your wrists." So I did what I was told. She then gave me an Eon patch and an X39. Now, X39 is the miraculous stem cell regeneration patch. And by the way, by the time you get to 75, you have 0 stem cells left, and they start degrading in our body from the age of 25. So this has been clinically proven, the stem cell patch, to up level over 1,000 genes in your body. That's over a third of the genes in your body, to actually reactivate them. Do you know what that does for you? That absolutely starts to halt aging. So I was there in this pain management. I listened to this scientist speak and watched him patch people up. And in about half an hour to an hour, I looked at Daniel and I was almost crying again, but this time, because I didn't have any pain, I'm going, oh, what has just happened? Like, I had been taking ibuprofen, I had taken some painkillers, but I'm not a big painkiller person, so it was really rough. And there I was, sitting on a hard wooden chair in a hotel room, listening to this scientist speak with 0 pain. And I was truly amazed. I was beside myself. This was a miracle as far as I was concerned. And afterwards I went up to him and I said, hey, I've just had a miracle happen here. And I told him about my spine, and he smiled at me and he said, your spine, the discs will be regenerating now. And this was like, you've got to be joking. This is almost like, science fiction, that this could happen from one tiny little patch. I'm just going to show them to you. So this is what the patch looks like. And it is really tiny, and you use them for 12 hours, then you discard them. You drink lots of water, you stay hydrated. And this particular patch, which is X39, activates copper peptide within your system. And the copper peptide elongates your telomeres and regenerates your stem cells. This is a miracle in the making. I'm sure this is just divine inspiration all the way that David Schmidt has done, because I've really done a lot of research about this, and scientists for decades have been trying to find a way to activate copper peptide in order to regenerate stem cells, and here it is, it's done. So that you can imagine why I am promoting this work. The other reason why I'm promoting this work is because of this patch here. It's called Eon, or Aeon. And what happens with this one is, this is used to neutralize and correct out of your system emotional trauma instantly, and starts detoxing the brain, detoxing the body, and it works on inflammation. So my magic 3, and I wear these every day, is Energy, Eon, and X39. So all I can tell you is that my life would not be the same without these patches, and I have seen story after story after story about people who have had diabetes and literally within months no longer had diabetes or any sign of it whatsoever. People have had cancer, people have had all sorts of things, and they've patched up with the protocol that they've learned about for whatever it is that they're using the patches for, and the instant pain relief, let alone the activation of the body's own ability to heal itself, is quite phenomenal. So today I also wanted to tell you how long that patch lasts. The patch does last for 12 hours. You can wear another patch at the same time. This was new for me, that you can put Eon on, for instance, and you can wear it somewhere, like here, and then if you have a lot of pain, for instance, in your knee, you can actually put one on your knee at the same time or at the next 12 hours. So this is really incredible, because a lot of people used to say to me, can you wear them for 24 hours? And I would always say no. However, the one thing I do know is that you cannot wear X39 for more than 12 hours, because it is activating copper peptide right through the whole body, and the body wants to have 12 hours to integrate the copper peptide before using it again. Hi Ron, how are you? Thank you. Well, Ron, you know why I do this, don't you? You know, I just love you all so much, and I know that humanity is in so much pain, mentally, physically, emotionally. And our work, the work that Daniel and I do in the world, is dedicated to freeing people from suffering. And so obviously I have finally found a physical thing that helps free people from suffering. So using my energetic work and spiritual work and the LifeWave Patches, it's like, this is just a combination made in heaven. So Ron, thank you. And thank you so much for what you do in the world too, Ron. Oh, somebody asked me too, by the way, about patching on a wound, and that you're not meant to patch on a wound. That's right, you don't patch on an open wound. However, once the wound has been bandaged, you can patch on top of the bandages and the band-aids, and then it works really well. And if you knock yourself right on the place where you've knocked yourself, I've actually seen photos of kittens and dogs who have been in really bad accidents or a car accident, and the vet said that they wanted to take their limb, and the people luckily that owned those little fur babies were in LifeWave, and what they did was they said no to the vet, give us a few days, and they splintered it, put bandages around it, and then put LifeWave patches all up the limb, covered in plastic so the dog and the cat couldn't get at them. And within 3 days, when they took their animal back to the vet said, we don't have to take the limb. Isn't this absolutely super exciting? And today, somebody in Patch Me Up Babe, which is the Facebook group that I started in my excitement on the way back from San Diego, spending time with David Schmidt, the scientist and the incredible inventor of the LifeWave patch system. In Patch Me Up Babe today, a woman in Ireland, she patched up a horse. She put 2 of this Eon, which is for emotional stability behind its ears, and she put AccuLife, which AccuLife is actually for horses or mammals over 300 pounds. And the horse went into the stall with no nerves for the first time ever, and it won the race by miles, and it had not been performing like that before. In fact, it was such a brilliant performance that the people in the race, the officials, have taken the patches off and want to know what's in them, because it's illegal to drug horses, it's illegal to drug humans before any sport. And this is something really incredible. For sports people, when you're using X39, this is like really improved wound healing. It's about healing muscles. I know of one young man who decided to bike all the way on his bicycle, not motorbike, bike all the way from one side of America to the other side. And he could not believe it. The first half of the trip, He was exhausted and really, really exhausted every day. And he got into the LifeWave X39, the stem cell patch, and he would go to bed at night. He would get up the next morning feeling great. His muscles worked better. He had so much more energy. And comparing the two, it was night and day. So for sports people, I know that a lot of the top sports teams in this country, in the USA, are using them. Michael Phelps, when he won all of those gold medals, he was using them, and they're totally free because it's totally free of drugs and chemicals. So you can test the blood, you can test the urine, there's absolutely nothing in there. These patches are simply nanocrystals of high frequency information, water, oxygen, amino acids, and sugar. And when you put it on your skin, it activates the light and the heat from your body, activates the light and the information in the patch. The patch throws the information in, and the body, in its own wisdom, uses that information wherever it is. For instance, you could have pain in your foot, and if you put your X39 patch on the back of your neck, like I have here, you can see that. You put your patch on the back of your neck, then it is referred, it's a system. So it's affecting the entire system. It will actually work on the pain on the foot as well. Are you getting excited? I'm just so excited. I want every single person I love and know to be using these patches. This technology is like science fiction to me, but it is 2020, almost 2021. And so now is the time. I love you. If you've got any questions, please, you can email me at info@thebiskinds.com, info@thebiskinds.com, and come to the Patch Me Up Babe Facebook group. That's #PatchMeUpBabe. Of course, I called it Patch Me Up Babe because when I started using the patches, Daniel, he said, no, I'm using all of the minerals and the supplements and everything I've been using all of my life. You know, you use them, let's see what happens. When he actually heard the scientist speak and saw what was happening for me with thicker hair, stronger skin, more energy, when he saw that, he just looked at me and said, okay, patch me up, babe. And so, of course, that's the name of the group. And we would love you to join it. The group is free, and it's where you can ask all the questions and get loads of love and support around how to use and how to regenerate, rejuvenate, strengthen, and activate your stem cells for optimum health and well-being, and for emotional distress and trauma. Like, this is just a system like nothing else on the planet right now. Love you, and I'll see you in Patch Me Up Babe. Bye.